total knee replacement, arthroplasty.
What are the issues with knee osteoarthritis?
Well, knee osteoarthritis. The word means wear and tear of knee. What knee osteoarthritis is? The way our car tires, just like the way our car tires wear out, similarly the knee cartilage wears out. Now this leads to multiple problems. Most important of them is first pain. There is a pain which initially to start with is waxing and waning, means it increases and then decreases, it increases and then decreases, and in later stage it is continuous pain which stays even at rest. Even if a person is sleeping, the person feels pain. After pain, there is a feeling of instability at knee, means the knee gives way, knee buckles off and buckles down, and then this increases the risk of a fall in the elderly person. Along with instability, the primary problem in knee osteoarthritis is bending of knee. The knee bends like a bow or like a bracket. So knee osteoarthritis, the issues that we face is pain, stiffness, instability and deformity.
What is knee arthroplasty or replacement?
Well, as we just understood, what is knee osteoarthritis? Knee osteoarthritis is wear and tear of the cartilage. Now this is our knee joint, this is the thigh bone and this is the shin bone. In between this is the cushion or the cartilage which wears out the way our car tires wear out. And this wearing out of the knee cartilage leads to symptoms of pain, stiffness and instability. So we are trying to replace this worn out part by implant, and this process is known as knee replacement. The femoral cartilage comes out like this, and then we put a new surface on the femoral side which is known as the femoral component, and then the tibial cartilage, it comes out like this, and then we put a new surface on the tibial side. So we have taken out the disease worn out cartilage and we have put new surfaces which are known as implant. On one side this is cobalt chromium alloy and other side it is ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. So this process of realignment of the knee and replacing the diseased cartilage with a new surface or implant is known as knee replacement or knee arthroplasty.
What are the indicators for knee replacement?
Well, knee replacement or knee arthroplasty is a surgery to uplift somebody's quality of life. A person who is incapacitated with knee pain, with knee instability or knee deformity and knee stiffness, a person whose social life, whose personal life is getting impaired because of knee problems, is a candidate for knee replacement. So knee replacement is to uplift quality of life. It's a surgery to restore painless and stable movement and thus restore the joy of movement to a person who is having knee problems.
What are knee scores?
What are the indications of knee replacement? Knee replacement is a surgery to uplift somebody's quality of life and to restore painless and stable movement. Now, who needs a knee replacement? A person who is incapacitated because of knee pain, stiffness or instability and finds himself or herself difficult in going out, climbing stairs, or even there is pain at rest or doing activities of daily living. So to make it more objective, to make it more accessible, to make it more scoreable, there are several knee scores which score the person based on the knee problems and restriction or disabilities in the activities of daily living and social life. One of the most well-known scores is something called Oxford Knee Score. So in Oxford Knee Score, the problems are assessed objectively by giving scores to each functional impairment. For example, whether a person is able to use public transport or not, if he is finding somewhat difficult or too difficult, whether a person is able to climb stairs or not, a person is able to bathe himself or herself or not, and a person is able to walk properly or not. So every function a score is given to make it more objective assessment. So one of the most well-known scores, as I told you, is Oxford Knee Scores, and based on this, if the score is less than 20, a knee arthroplasty or knee replacement is suggested.
What are the implants used in knee replacement?
Well, as I told you, what is basically a knee replacement or a knee arthroplasty? Now, knee replacement or knee arthroplasty is removal of the diseased cartilage along with alignment of knee and replacement of the diseased cartilage by implant. Now, what is this implant made up of? This is a model of a knee implant. This is our thigh bone, a normal bone, and this is the shin bone. And in between, as we saw initially earlier, that there was a diseased cartilage. So that diseased cartilage is being replaced by a new surface only the surface is being replaced. The bone is the way it was, only the surface is being replaced. So uh, these surfaces are known as knee implants. Now this is femoral component which is made up of cobalt chromium. The reason why it is made up of cobalt chromium is that it can be most highly polished. And then there is a tibial component which is made up of highly cross-linked ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. So on one side there is hard surface, hard and highly polished surface made up of cobalt chromium. On other side there is a relatively softer surface made up of highly cross-linked ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. So this is basically a knee replacement implant or a knee arthroplasty implant. Now there are various models and various mechanical models of knee arthroplasty implant. Like this is a fixed bearing implant. Then there is something called rotating platform implant, which we will see subsequently, in which the poly keeps on rotating like a natural knee. And then there are modular and monoblock components are there. So, but these things are best decided by your doctor. Let not you decide which is best implant for you, as we will see subsequently. These things are best, it's better, good to understand it, but it's best decided by doctor which model will be best for you.
Which is the most important factor that determine outcome of knee replacement?
Knee replacement is a surgery which is precision based. It is complete mechanics which is involved over there. There is an element of physics and mechanics which is involved over there. So the single most criteria which determines the results of knee replacement is the precision, is the correct technique. Hence it depends on the surgeon. It's not that a particular brand of implant will give a better result or a particular brand of implant will give you improved result. It's not like that. The results are dependent on the precision, hence on the surgeon. And to get better precision, we use several other means, like we use computer navigation system to get enhanced precision. The results as well as the survivorship of the implant, how long the implant will last, and most importantly the bending of knee, how much the knee will bend, everything is determined by the precision of the surgery. And second most important factor is pain control. A person after knee replacement must not feel pain, because if pain comes, it slows down the recovery process as well as the bending of knees. So the second most important factor is pain control. So according to me, the precision and pain control are the two most important factors uh, which determine the result of knee replacement surgery.
Whom do you choose? Your doctor or implant?
Well, this is a very important question, because majority of people have access to internet. Majority of the people are searching on Google, and there are an array of implants. There is a wide range of implants. You tend to gain at least 100 different type of implants if you search on Google. If you ask Google what is the best implant for knee replacement, various results you will get, and finally it's good to know. It's good to know everything, but it's not that the type of your implant will determine the results. It's not like that. As we just discussed, that is the surgical precision, the technique, the pain control, and the minimally invasive approach. So all these factors determine the result of the knee replacement surgery. And then there are certain implants which may be better for you. A person with shorter height, a person with high body weight, other implant may be suitable. So it's best to choose your surgeon. Choose your surgeon and let him decide the implant which will be best for you, because a surgeon has been doing the surgery for several years, and although it's good to know everything, but only with a person with experience can judge the best implant suitable for you. So hence it's always you choose the surgeon and let him decide which implant is best for you.
Which is the best implant for knee replacement?
My answer to this question would be, is there something called best implant? Is there something called best actor? Is there something called best singer? Probably not. So there is nothing called best implant. The results of the knee replacement surgery, as we discussed, depend on the correct surgical technique, precision, minimally invasive approach, and very good post-operative pain control, and also physiotherapy. So it would be very wrong to say if there is something called best implant. It's not like that. That if you get the highest valued implant, you will get the best results. It's not as simple as that.
What is expected out of knee replacement?
A knee replacement surgery is to uplift your quality of life by restoring painless and stable movement at knee joint. A knee replacement surgery will make your knee stable, painless, and increase the range of movement in the knee. Let's understand that knee replacement surgery will not make you an athlete. It will not make you a football player. It will not make you a jogging expert. But it will restore painless and stable movement. It will allow you to play non-contact sports like recreational badminton, recreational tennis. It will allow you to do cycling, swimming. It will allow you to drive. It will allow you to walk unhindered. It will allow you to climb stairs, use public transport, and these activities are permitted by after a knee replacement surgery. And another thing, it takes some amount of time. It's not, although the person starts walking from the very next day of surgery, and first few days we use a walking aid like a walker or a stick, but full recovery takes around 1 to 1.5 months.
What are the goals of a knee replacement surgery?
The goals of a knee replacement surgery, as we discussed, is to restore painless, stable movement and to uplift quality of life, to bring about a change in the social life of a person, to allow the person to walk outdoors unhindered, to allow a person to climb stairs, to allow a person to use public transport, to allow a person to drive, to allow a person to do cycling, swimming, and thus the goal is to restore painless, stable movement and hence restore the joy of movement.
What is unilateral and bilateral stage or simultaneous knee replacement?
Most of our scenarios, we deal with cases wherein both knees are have gone osteoarthritic, because we are dealing with primary osteoarthritis of knee. So in primary osteoarthritis of knee, most commonly both knees would be involved. One of them may be more, one of them may be less, but most commonly both knees will be involved. Now the question is that whether we do one knee at a time, whether we do both knees at a time, or whether we do one knee at a time and after few days we do another knee, or whether we do one knee at a time and after few months to 1 year we do another knee. Worldwide, the trend is to do one knee and after few months we do other knee, if the surgery is done at correct time. Now, several cases, the knee osteoarthritis is advanced, both knees are bent like a bow, and in those cases it's better to do, my personal opinion is that it's better to do both knees together in same sitting. This process is known as simultaneous bilateral total knee replacement. Sometimes we do something called staged bilateral total knee replacement, means we do one knee, then after few days we do other knee. And the third one is unilateral knee replacement. That means we do one knee and we discharge the person home, and after few months to 1 year we do the other knee. So there are three ways of doing this total knee arthroplasty surgery.
Is there an age for knee replacement?
Now this is a very commonly asked question, whether I am too young for knee replacement or am I too old for knee replacement. Now we have to understand one thing, as we have mentioned time and again, knee replacement is a surgery to restore painless and stable movement in the productive years of life. So who is most likely to be benefited from knee replacement? A person who is still socially active and still in the productive years of life. For example, the youngest person whom I have done knee replacement till now was 28 years of age. That lady was suffering from juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. Now this arthritis has started at age of 12 years, and when she had come to me at 28 or 29 years of age, one of her knees and one of her elbows were completely arthritic. So we did one elbow replacement and one knee replacement for her at 29 years of age. After that, she got job and she got married, and presently she is leading a normal family life. So we restored the joy of movement and we restored a normal life of a person who was 29 years of age and needed a knee replacement, and we did it. Another example I would give you, the eldest person whom I have operated was 88 years of age. There was a gentleman from Girish Park in Kolkata who was 88 years of age and still active, and at 88 years of age we replaced both knees together in the same sitting. So my take home message is that knee replacement should be done when it is needed. It's not question of age. It's not a question of age. Now as far as the elder age group is concerned, we are more bothered about the physiological age rather than the chronological age. So we do all investigations, and then once a person is fit enough for surgery, then only we do surgery.
How is the recovery after knee replacement surgery?
Well, knee replacement surgery, the implants or the components are fixed with something called bone cement, which sets within 15 minutes. So the surgical stability is gained immediately on the operation theatre itself. That's why the person starts walking from the very next day of surgery. Normally, if we do surgery in the morning, we make the person stand once in evening, and from the next day of surgery, we start mobilizing the patient. The person starts walking with the help of a walker or elbow crutches or stick. Now after 2 days, we start staircase climbing. A person goes to washroom, sits on a high commode, sits on a chair and climbs few steps of stairs. And normally by 3rd or 4th day, we are able to discharge the patient. After discharge, after 7 to 10 days, the person comes back again and we do the stitch removal. And a person who is going to office normally should be able to join office by a month or a month and a half. And by month, the person should be able to walk independently outdoors on streets, on roads, and by month and a half a person should be able to use public transport, and by 2 months or 2 to 2.5 months a person should be able to drive on his own, and by 3 months person should be able to do cycling, provided all these activities, cycling, swimming, can be done after 3 months, provided the person is physiologically fit enough to do that.
What is accelerated recovery after knee replacement surgery?
Well, as we just discussed, how is the recovery after knee replacement? To accelerate this process, we have focused on certain things to make the recovery faster. Now, what are the things which make recovery faster? First is a minimally invasive approach, whereas the cutting is less. This is quadriceps preserving approach. That means the quadriceps muscles is preserved and hence the recovery is faster. And second most important thing is absolute painless surgery. Now, how do we achieve it? The painless surgery is achieved by something called selective sensory nerve blockade of knee. We use ultrasound guided machine and then we block the sensory nerve of knee, which is known as saphenous nerve. Now this minimally invasive quadriceps muscle preserving approach, that means we preserve the quadriceps muscle which has got the pivotal role for a person to walk or climb stairs. So this along with good pain control leads to fast and enhanced recovery, which is known as accelerated recovery after knee replacement surgery.
What activities are allowed after knee replacement surgery?
Well, knee replacement will allow you painless and stable movement, but it will not make you an athlete. You cannot start jogging, you cannot start playing football, you cannot start playing hockey, but there are many things which you can do in an unhindered way. First, you can walk outdoors, go for a long walk, go for a brisk walk, you can climb stairs, you can drive, you can do cycling, you can do swimming, and you can play recreational badminton, you can play recreational tennis. But activity which is absolutely not allowed after knee replacement is squatting. Squatting cannot be done. Although nowadays we have got high flexion knee which enable a person to sit cross-legged, and occasionally person can sit on ground also, but squatting should absolutely be avoided, and contact sports and jogging have to be avoided because they are high impact activities and put a lot of stress on the implant.
How soon can you join the social and personal responsibility?
Well, if you are an office goer and if your job is a sitting job, normally after 3 weeks you can join your office. If your job is a field work, it's normally I advise you take a break of 6 weeks and after that you can join your office. As far as social activities are concerned, like going out on an invitation, going out on an occasion, you can start going out by 3 weeks or so. If you are planning to travel, you can plan traveling after a couple of months after the surgery.